a digital RoX program, sorry, I'm pointing the wrong way, is a program that we're leading within IHG to support our web channel metrics. And we want to routinely conduct the practices required to design, implement, and manage our customers' experience in a disciplined way. And we are I would say, a fairly mature UX organization, but the discipline and routine here are sort of the key features of this program. We don't want to just test things and just look at analytics right before we're about to change them. We don't want to wait till there's a problem and try to figure out how to solve it. We want to be looking for problems all along, spotting opportunities for improvement and making changes. So there are three kind of key components that we had to build for this, and so this is what I've been working on since April. And so we needed to have a way to measure performance. We needed some key practices, so what are we going to do as a digital RoX program to actually make sure we're routinely managing these websites? And what kind of people and processes do we need to have in place to bring that to fruition? So in measurement, we really wanted to be able to automate the mundane so that we as strategists, and the strategy team is small, it's 2 of us, we as strategists can focus on making strategy and not becoming site catalyst experts or reporting experts. So it's really important that we're able to get to the insights quickly. So we started by looking at what matters most at IHG, and so we have some key web metrics that are really important. So obviously channel revenue, big to us. Loyalty contribution, it's really important that we have people who have preference for us and so are loyalty members and stay with us often. Ancillary revenue, that's that points and cash money that comes straight to us kind of stuff. Brand perception, again, we sell brands, so that's really important. And digital self-service, I think when Kirsten was talking about, we want to contain people in the lowest cost channel possible. We don't want to keep them from going to the call center, but we don't want to send them there if they don't have to go. And of course, because we're a hospitality company, the digital guest experience is really important to us. Jen mentioned her design North Star. Ours is be a good host on the web. And we're always trying to do this, building great hotels that guests love. So we're lucky in some regards to being a part of a hospitality company because deep inside they all understand that it's all about the experience. And so when we get into some of these discussions, it's like, no, but we have to have a good experience, right? And typically we can bring people along with that. And we looked at our measurement universe, and I could show you my email inbox. I probably should have had that as the slide here. I get emailed to me every day so many reports and scorecards. This is a company that just loves its data, and I was so geeked when I first started about all of it, and then immediately it's like piling up over my head and I can't possibly look at it. So we did evaluate kind of the current scorecards that we have now. We looked at the kind of ad hoc analysis that our great analytics team does for us. But you have to ask for those uniquely each time, and every time they come out, they're a little bit different than the last one because they're ad hoc. And then voice of customer reports. And our voice of customer program is really 2 main things. It's Opinion Lab, which is always on gathering really great comments, and then it's iPerceptions, which is survey-based, asking customers kind of how they feel about their experience, were they able to accomplish their goal, how do they feel about our brand versus our digital brand, things like that. So from that, we came up with kind of a list of problems that we had with what's available to us now. And one is just so many things. The other is that many of these reports come out well after the time frame that you're looking at. So I will get September data sometime mid-October or late October. And so that's really too late for me to really do anything about it. And by then, the numbers might actually be different. We have to ask the analysts to go and look, was that still bad, or was it just bad for that week in September, and things like that. So it's also not by brand, and so that's really important to us, right? We're redesigning our websites to be unique brand experiences, but we get all the numbers for all the hotels kind of mixed together, and so we need to pull that apart. And then region. So the Hotel Indigo brand is pretty strong and does well in America. So a lot of hotels, and so performs well. There's far fewer of them in some of other countries and other regions, and so just looking at kind of worldwide data for a number of these brands is just not going to work. We did break it out by brand, so one of the most important features is the Crowne Plaza drop down, and you can drop that down and change for the various different brands. And then we could put some of this perception data that is currently not in the same reports as the revenue metrics in the same place. And so for us, this is the great starting point and a really good win for us. And so what do we do with it? So if you're doing strategy, you have a lot of stuff. You look at it, you figure out what's going on. You put together kind of, here's what the problem we thought is. Is it really that problem? You do your synthesis, magic happens, and you have a strategy. For us, we really want to take our strategies when we can into A/B testing. We don't own the testing and optimization group, so it's a lot of working with them to encourage them to do the kind of testing that we want, and then roll out those test winners through a process that we have called small enhancements, which is a great thing to have to get small things out quickly. And what the scorecard really lets us do is figure out where to start. So what do we look at first? We have all this data and we have all these brands. What do we look at first? And so the scorecard really helps us look at how all of the websites are performing and pick out where some of our key metrics are softest, figure out where we can test them, figure out what data we should actually go and collect from the rest of the organization, because not all of it is in the scorecard, so that we kind of give ourselves a head start in this process. And so what this helped us do is, come up with some optimization plans for a membership enrollment form, which is really important, an optimization plan for login, which we hear about through Opinion Lab every day, A/B test for booking conversion, some strategy for some of our key ancillary revenue products. And this is, the strategy department has been at IHG since about February when my team member joined. So we've been able to do a lot quickly, strategy for IHG.com, and the list is growing daily. And so again, this means a lot of meetings. I go to a lot of process meetings now, but I think in the long run we'll be in a better place, and UX strategy will have an opportunity to have a seat at the table in kind of our overall process discussions.